Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to take a look at Argentinian Trump, Argentina elects anti-woke. I mean, isn't that just a sensible person? Like, I swear everyone's gotten enough of this, you know?
Let's get started with the biggest news stories around the world with Kosher Gator. Kosher, let's start with this huge development in Argentina.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rest of the world needs to follow suit, if I'm honest. This is getting out of hand, boys. You know what I'm saying?
Which has just elected a president that is conservative, is a libertarian. He is vehemently anti-Marxist, anti-woke.
Anti-woke, thank God. Please, give us more. God damn. I'm tired of having to say stuff I don't want to say.
Milei has been called far right. He's been called an extremist, and he's.
Of course, they're going to call him extremist because if you're anything but far left, you're extreme. Let that sink in. If you're anything but far left, you're considered extreme.
Rise to power has triggered all the usual lefties who've. Well, they haven't been this disturbed since Giorgia Meloni was elected as Italy's leader. I'll bring you some of that meltdown later, but first let's hear from the president-elect.
Viviendo la locura de la corrección política estúpida, donde básicamente.
Yeah, see, political correctness, can't say certain things, you know. Humans are meant to say things and then get corrected as they say it. And then they go, oh, really? Okay, my bad, sorry. And then you shake hands, do whatever your thing is. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be not allowed to say something because then that makes extremes, like extremist people, if that makes sense.
No, si ustedes no recitan el
If you don't know, it's like cool socialism.
Socialismo cool, si ustedes no son woke, entonces son violentos, son un peligro para la democracia. Vamos, muchacho.
Seguro.
Sigamos con estas estupideces y en lugar de ser 140, vamos a hacer la Villa Miseria más grande del
Nice. Okay. So
peligro para la democracia. Vamos, muchacho.
Seguro.
Sigamos con.
Let's continue with this nonsense, and instead of being ranked 140th world ranking of GDP per capita,
Estas estupideces y en lugar
instead
de
of
ser
that,
140,
we're going to be the largest shanty town in the world.
vamos a hacer la Villa
Very nice.
Miseria más grande del
I mean, see, okay, Donald Trump, he made America richer. Each household supposedly got $5,000 per year richer. With Biden, it was 5,000 less. Okay, let's just let that sink in. I think it's good. Why not put your country like? Yeah.
Kosher, Argentina's elected Javier Milei after the left has just wreaked havoc in that country. It's once prosperous, now the economy is in ruins. Inflation running at between 120 and 150% annually.
150% inflation annually will kill your country. It will kill your country very quickly. Like. Yeah.
This election has surprised many, but when you look at what's happening in Argentina, you can see why they want a dramatic change.
100%. I think Argentina is one of the biggest cautionary tales of our time of how rapidly that decline happened from prosperity to those numbers that you cite right now. He's an unconventional candidate in many ways. He's got the hair, he's a TV host, he says kind of things that are beyond, you know, what
he likes dress-ups.
He does like dress-ups.
Extraordinary footage of him.
He's a bit eccentric, but the thing is, conventional candidates, look where it's gotten them.
Yeah.
And that's what 150% inflation looks like. They've got a little bit of an immigration problem. They've got the culture wars as well, and people just want something different. So here you are. People
are so tired of this circus, like that you can't say what you want to say.
And it was decisive. It was 55-44. It was a decisive blowout.
55. Okay.
Absolutely. Now, here's interviews.
It was decisive. It was 55-44. It was
55-44. The people want him. Like, it's not even
decisive blowout.
Absolutely. Now, his interviews are going viral across the web, particularly X. Let's have a look at one of these clips where he shares his thoughts on the left.
Al zurdo de mierda no le podés dar ni.
You can't give shit left as an inch.
Pero me podés definir zurdo de mierda.
Todos los que, digamos, los colectivistas, los que ponen, digamos, o sea, esa idea. A ver,
¿por qué le pones de mierda, digamos?
Porque son una mierda.
Yo! Yes, man.
O sea,
Pero vos mezclás-
no,
pero
pero
eso-
es que
eso
si
de
pensás,
descalifica- pero no, pero digo,
pero si
eso es
pensás distinto te
descalificador.
van a aniquilar. Ese es el punto. Es decir, vos al zurdo no le podés dar un milímetro.
I mean, there is a grand saying that everybody knows or should know, whatever. If you give somebody an inch, they'll take a foot or whatever.
Porque
Foot being the measurement, by the way, which is much more than an inch.
le das un
A foot is 12 inches.
milímetro y lo toma para destrozarte.
This is absolutely correct.
Es decir, usa, digo,
You give him the foot in the door, and suddenly, you know, they make you do all sorts of things for them.
o sea, vos no podés negociar con el zurdo.
Left
No se
arms.
negocia. No se negocia con esa mierda, no se negocia
That
porque
is
te van a
true.
llevar.
He's not wrong. Okay, I
Kosha,
wanna
you
see
said
that
in
bit,
that
though.
interview, if you give the left an inch, they will use it to destroy. You can't negotiate with leftards. That's a direct quote. He also said, since they can't beat us with real arguments, they use the repressive apparatus of the state to destroy us.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Yep.
We just said the country is an almighty
if you can't beat someone with a genuine argument, then you suppress how they speak and the way they can say things, and you say you can't say that. That's offensive. Ha ha ha.
mess. He's been dubbed the Argentinian Trump. Can he turn the ship around? People are predicting chaos, economic collapse, all the things we heard when Trump was elected in 2016. Care to make a prediction?
He definitely has his work cut out for him. And I think when things have gone so far off the deep end, it's going to take drastic measures. And let's see, what he does. I think it's going to be a real test. Will he be allowed to govern, or will the civil service and other people kind of obstruct what his agenda is? But he is putting the kinds of dramatic things out there, at least rhetorically, such as shutting down entire ministries, shutting down entire departments of government. And that is
Look, this is a human being.
the kind of thing it's going to take
You know what I mean?
to turn the ship around. But we'll see if he has the steely spine that
Now he does look like a bit of a cunt. I ain't gonna lie, but
it's
hey,
going to require.
he's a politician. What the fuck you expect, man?
Well, you mentioned the bureaucracy there and if they're going to frustrate him like they did Trump. Let's have a look at what he plans for that fat bureaucracy in Argentina. This video is instructive.
Oh.
Afuera. Ministerio de Cultura. Afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible. Afuera.
Oh no no.
Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad. Afuera.
It
Brilliant.
wasn't done there. There were a few other departments that were spiked also. Predictably, the post-election meltdown has been enormous. Let's have a look at how these Argentinian socialists are coping with the triumph of Javier Milei.
Político, social y económico de la Argentina.
And Kosha, the Washington Post's unhinged coverage of Argentinian politics was a thing to behold. But let's have a look at The Guardian and how they've reported on this politician. Wow, they are not coping well.
Far right. It just sounds. Maybe he is far right. I don't know the guy, right? But to me, it seems like it's someone who's done with this. Like, I don't even know what it is. Like this mass psychosis almost. Like everyone has to be this. Like, I don't know, man. This is when you go to one extreme, the other extreme grows. Because people who aren't extreme on the other side will go, well, what the hell, and then they become that.
The far right, Milei seizes a narrow victory. Far right again there. He's apparently angering the Falklands veterans. They even are quoting Taylor Swift fans. I don't know.
Who cares about Taylor Swift fans? She's like literally a puppet. The puppet, like what?
What that has to do with anything. And
Yeah, what is that? Yeah. Who are they? Like Taylor Swift fans? You just like their music?
Ford claims echo Trump ahead of. I mean, the Guardian is not going to cope with this, are they? I mean, they had the meltdown in Italy with Meloni. She was supposed to be some sort of a fascist. She's turned out to be possibly the most popular European leader at the moment.
Really? I need to look into that.
And they're having another moment.
The media is going to media, I think. And Taylor Swift was probably in there because it drives clicks, which is part of what
Yep.
they're after over here. But look, I think they've got the playbook. Even as he was running in the previous election before this runoff in July, those things came out. it's rinse and repeat. They're trying to frame him in a certain way. They framed him before the election. It'll continue. But again, 55-44. I think the people were buying into
The
it.
people,
Emphatic.
the people have spoken.
And finally, on Argentinian politics, despite Javier Milei, like Trump before him, being called far right and a fascist,
Yeah, it's not far right usually. It's
and likened to Hitler, he is, like Trump, very much pro-Israel. Here he is, just a few days before the election, waving the Israeli flag, and that is a bold move in these times before an election. So yeah, you know where he stands on these issues.
bold move. Isn't everyone on that? Like what? I don't know. I don't get into it personally, but I swear everyone's like on both sides for that. So I don't know if that's I guess that makes it controversial because most people are like, well, I see both sides, you know. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate you.